Today I want to talk about, well, not talk about, well, it is talking about. Fuck y'all niggas, shut up. Anyways, I wanted to talk about that feeling that a lot of teenagers and, young 20-year-olds get, even 30-year-olds. That feeling where it's hard to explain. It's kind of like you feel like you're not doing enough. You haven't gotten enough done, especially for young men. Like, of course, girls feel it too, but on this shit, I'm mainly talking to men. Sorry. Like, what the fuck you want me to do about that? Anyways, it's a feeling that everybody shares. Even the dudes who are at the top of this whole, like, being a real man, manliness, food chain, whatever the fuck you want to call it, dudes at the top of it, they feel the exact same way. Everyone feels like they should be doing more, and it's a completely normal feeling to have. A lot of people, they let it push them into a state of depression, or they let it push them
Use the right two
having
lanes
anxiety
to take
or
exit 14
something.
onto Cross Bronx Expressway and I-95 toward George Washington Bridge.
Yeah, right. So anyways, they let it push them towards feeling some type of way, like they feel negative about themselves, when that shouldn't be the case whatsoever. Like, if you have one thing, I'm really big on this, just have one thing that you are focused on, one thing that you're doing. You don't gotta be a jack of all trades, especially because if you're a jack of all trades or whatever the fuck, like, if you're doing 50 different things at once, like, those kids in high school who loaded up on all these different extracurriculars, but they're only at one extracurricular every week. Like, not every week, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, they can only go to that specific extracurricular once a week. Like, you're not really putting your all into anything. So when someone asks you, like, hey, what do you do? What are you interested in? Like, all you can
Take
say
the
is,
exit, then keep right toward I-95 North and Cross
I
Bronx
dabble
Expressway.
in this, I dabble in that, but, like, not really a master at any of it. I think if you have one thing that you are doing, whether that be school, whether that be rapping, whether it be sports, any of that, you're doing just fine. Everybody has to figure shit out. Everybody has their own timeline. There are plenty of dudes who spent 30, 40 years on this planet where they felt like they didn't do a whole lot, and then all of a sudden shit blew up because they stuck to that one thing. Now, if you are one of those dudes who are just talented as fuck, you can do multiple things at once, go ahead and do that. But for the guys who are normal niggas, don't trip. Feel me? Don't trip. Alright. It's like, you're doing just fine. Someone just tried to airdrop me something. Nigga, we are in traffic. Anyways, you're doing just fine. Don't let all this IG shit, all this YouTube, oh, I'm 15 years old, I made my first $500K in a year. Don't let all that shit get to you. Half of it's fake anyways. Like, a lot of people put up a front. That's just how the world is nowadays. But you're doing just fine. Stay on your own pace. Whatever you're doing, stick to it. It'll pan out. Hard work and talent, well, there's always a luck factor. But I am a firm believer that you have luck and then you have hard work, right? Some people get lucky, but if you work hard enough, typically, no, not always, sometimes you get fucked. That's just how life is. No lube, no condom, they fuck you. Sorry. But typically, I believe if you work hard enough, your luck will pan out. Hard work and luck eventually will balance. It's going to even out. They can get it. So, especially for a lot of people in my life especially, at this age, a lot of us are trying to be entrepreneurs and shit. Stick with it. Stick with the business. Just stay with it. I mean, do it online though, but stick with it. Don't feel peer pressured. Don't feel like, oh, I'm behind everybody else. Don't feel like, oh, everybody I graduated with, or even if you didn't graduate, everybody in my age group, they graduated already. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? I just fucking smoke weed and jerk off all day. Bro, find that one thing and just do it. Whatever it is, whatever that shit is that makes you feel like you, whatever makes you feel like whatever makes you feel alive, nigga, just do that. That's all.